Welcome to Long Arm Wednesday. Thank you for joining us in the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. I am Laura Lynn. We are working on a wreath project that we did up not too many weekends ago on our live stream, and it's we're getting it quilted. So I've got some actually pretty pink thread in the machine. It's not Christmas in any way, so I think I'm going to let this hang up all year round in the quilt shop because it's got sewing themes on it, and as well it's going to have even more so because we're putting sewing stitches on it. Exactly. Spools, threads, and needles. So now we're going to go into start mode. It is 52 by 52. I used just a bunch of fabric I had here at the quilt shop. And I franken batted my batting. There you go. Hope you can see that. And I think the spools and thread and needles are going to stand out so nice, but just subtle enough with that pink thread. And it's actually periwinkle pink. I've only used this stitch out in a couple of times, making a couple of tote bags, personal tote bags for gifts for people, and as well as one of the member quilts that we gave away. Miss Gwenny ended up winning it, and yeah, she said quilt it with whatever I wanted, and that's what I did. I thought it just seemed appropriate, right? Now it's going to do a needle. And there's pink, and this is my inspiration fabric right here with the sewing machine on it. That's where I chose all my colors from. So pretty. I love this stitch out. Beautiful butterflies. So the fabric was, or at least the sewing machines, was directional. And I did realize when putting it together, because I was following the pattern a certain way, I didn't take into effect when I was doing the second part of the wreath that I needed to actually flip everything the other way. So there's a tiny little hole right there. And I just realized it as the machine was getting to the spot. So it was kind of like, yeah, let's help it. So I did do a couple of tweakings, and then there was two really dark colors next to each other, and I just switched that out as well. And then that was it. Other than that, I really, really loved the project. It was free from Fat Quarter Shop. And I think from a few years ago, maybe 2019. You can put the link in the description if you like. Sorry, tickle. Now it's going to do another needle head, or needle, sorry. And I just did it just enough to fill it up. Why are you beeping? Sorry about that. Little tech issue there. Now we're back on track. Yeah, this was my inspiration fabric. I went looking through what I had. My goal is to use up what I have here. I don't mind buying bolts for the quilt shop if it's requested, obviously to fill up my stash as we're trying to build out to be a brick and mortar quilt shop as well, not just online or YouTube tutorials and videos. But it's slow going. So progress is always being made. So my goal is to use up pretty much what I have and what I end up accumulating throughout the year of more scrap. So you'll see lots of that on the quilts to come. Maybe piecing a lot of backings instead to go with my quilt tops. Figured that's a good way to make use of both of them. Then you get the two quilts in one quilt on one side, one on the other, one very scrappy and one maybe very traditional or modern. I have pieced this backing here. I've got some like a checkered kind of plaid with red in it, and then I added the strips that I have of this color throughout the background of this project. I've added strips in between, so it kind of goes It's got like 2 or 3 little strips in between. Now you could have bordered this up again and extended it a couple of times if you liked. I think it makes a fantastic lap size quilt. Or a beautiful wall hanging, which it's going to be here at the quilt shop. So. And only after I had it on and had pinned it did I think, oh, I probably should have done a scrappy backing, because then it could hang and be seen from both sides. Yeah, well, you know, hindsight and all that stuff, right? Yeah. Very pretty fabric. I'm not even sure where I got that from. It's a chunk. There's not much of it left though, which is good, you know, because that's the whole point of using it up. I don't think I have any more of this fabric here. One down here. There's some colors I didn't mind leaving next to each other. Like I've got a couple of the teal with the feathery or leafy print down here. It didn't bother me. It was a couple of the ones that had the dark ones. I think it's over here. So, but yeah, tweak it. And of course I had a little bit, 3 more extra colors than I needed as, you know, reading a pattern and all that. But it worked out. It worked out. So. I guess you have to see weekend projects to figure out what I did with the extra bits. Ooh, I like that pink on that gray. It looks very lovely. I hope you all had a fantastic New Year's. We just hung out and played games, put puzzles together. Oh, love the dragonfly. I have a dragonfly tattoo. Tattoos. Does anybody have any sewing related tattoos? Because I've seen some scissors for a hairdresser. I've seen them sit, actually it was on their fingers, was a tattooed a pair of fingers, a pair of scissors. So I'm curious if anybody has any sewing related tattoos. Leave the comments below. I would love to hear whether you do or if you know somebody who does. I mean, it is what drives you. You know, I've seen people get, you know, jalapeno peppers, you know, tattooed on their calf or whatever. I'm sure there's or a pickle. I don't know. There's something. Love this tealy fabric there. Yeah, I only had a bit of that too, so that's pretty much it. I only have little bits and that's it. It's good to be able to use some of the fabric that I've collected. It's not supposed to sit in buckets all the time. Honest, you are supposed to do something with it. And I've been watching quite a few tutorials on how to organize it, keep it so either color-wise or size-wise, or size-wise and color-wise, seasonal, unseasonal. So. Love that red too. Pretty. Little pin cushion reminds me of the classic tomato. You know, the classic tomato pin cushion. And then this beautiful little machine. Love it. Yeah, a couple of people sewed along with us on this project. It was very fun. Seen a few of their different takes on colors. You can make one for Christmas or make one for all year round. And there's a bow that goes at the front. You can make that any color you like, and of course you can change that to the season, right? You know. I see a nice blue one for New Year's, and then a nice red one for Valentine's Day, a nice big green one for St. Patrick's Day, you know, and so on and so forth. You can mix it up that way. Make a nice big bow, maybe double or triple, so it's nice and big and full. And then just kind of clip it on, or depends how big you make it. You might have to clip it. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Had a tickle. Even Pop's been coughing a bit. 'Tis the season. Just hope it doesn't hit us any of us bad. So pretty. Oh my goodness. This is going to look so lovely in the quilt shop. And I think to finish off with the binding, I'm going to use a pop of red. Just a pop of red to bind it up. I think that's going to look lovely. It's going to pull all the red from the beautiful nature red block, as well as the red from the sewing machine block, or fabric print. Love it. Well, finish it out. It's only got just a little smidgy to go. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Happy New Year to you and your family. All the best wishes for 2024. I hope your cup is overcometh with joy and love and prosperity and just and wealth. That would be nice. I got nothing but lint in my pockets, man. Lint. Hopefully that'll change. Take care, everyone. Big hugs to you from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and all the best. We'll see you soon, all right? Come back. Subscribe! Like and subscribe, it helps us grow and thrive. Help and subscribe. Click the button below and you won't regret it. We're a hit. Check us out on Reddit. No, I don't know where we are really. I'm not sure.